Good morning. Today is Thursday the 19th of December and I am well past caring whether I'm up to date, on time, behind, ahead, whatever with this whole Vlogmas lark. That ship has well and truly sailed, so we're just filming whatever we're filming. So my plan for first thing this morning is to be super productive and make some paper chains, which is really not what I probably should be doing, but hey ho. I have loads of wallpaper samples left over from when I was trying to choose what to do in the bedroom. You might be able to see, and probably not, I've already made a few little paper chains with leftovers from the wallpaper that I actually did go for in the bedroom. But I have this whole box here that is kind of full of samples, and there's some carpet samples in there, like various different paint companies, you know, paint charts, that kind of thing, that I've been just collecting since before I bought the house, to be honest. But just, I don't know, local brand leaflets, that kind of thing, anything house related, like products and samples and what have you. I have just been putting everything in one box, which seemed very sensible. We have my nice box here. I kind of just got excited, being like, oh, I'm going to get samples and things before I actually moved in. And then I remembered you need to choose not so exciting things like radiator valves and stuff like that. It's not all just pretty paints and pretty wallpaper, but some of it is that. So anyway, I have a whole stack load of these because I just went mad basically on all these different websites that have like, oh, order free samples from here, and going into decorator shops that just pay £1 for a sample, that kind of thing. Like, I just got absolutely loads because I really didn't know what I was doing. So I have tons of them, and obviously because I was choosing samples for one bedroom, they all kind of fit the vibe that I was going for in that bedroom. So I was like, you know what? I'm not going to use these anywhere else. I don't think I'm going to be wallpapering any other rooms other than the attic, which is A, a long way off. We've got a whole load of work to do before we can even think about that. And B, I think I might go for a different kind of a style in there anyway. So don't need to hold on to these for anything, is my point. So I figured what better use of them really than just making some little Christmas decorations that aren't particularly, you know, it's not like it's going to be red and green and sparkly or anything stereotypically Christmassy, but I feel like they will make cute little paper chains or those like circle things over there. I don't know, just to try and zhuzh this room up a bit. I'm currently in my dining room, which I think I'm going to do like a full Christmas house tour of where we're up to, so stay tuned for that. That's probably going to come on at some point this weekend, don't know. But anyway, yesterday I thought I would try and just zhuzh this room up a little bit because I am hosting Christmas this year for the first time. There are only 5 of us, so it's not a huge tribe, but it's not a huge room either. So I was like, you know what? I'll try and make the best of it, see what I can do for now, because this room is yet to be renovated. We still have bare bulbs on the ceiling there, a patch where the ceiling has been like patched up after there was a leak at some point. A patch of carpet missing that's just kind of a bit of a patchwork of doormats there currently, so it's really not ideal, but it's not disastrous either. So it's, again, not top of the priority list. I will certainly be sorting out the roof situation and the bathroom before even thinking about in here. So it's like, right, maybe I should do a few things just to make it like kind of fine for the time being, especially if I'm going to be hosting here, either my family over Christmas or having any friends over. So I've just ordered a few light fittings just to do away with the bare bulb situation there. Need to sort out these, there's forever empty boxes here ready to go out in the recycling, need to sort that. But yeah, I thought I can probably, if I've got all of these bits of paper and I have a will to procrastinate and a room that needs to be decorated, let's see if I can make some pretty chains and tart the place up a little bit, basically. I'm not sure how well you can see here with the reflections, but I had this embroidery framed. It was actually left to me by the previous owner, who happened to just nip around yesterday actually to drop off a Christmas card, so I showed her what I'd done with the place. So the previous owner was her mum, but she sadly passed away last year, so her daughter popped around. Yeah, so this embroidery was apparently done by like her step grandma or something like that. I can't remember the exact relation, but a relative, but quite a long time ago, if it was the grandma of the 90-something-year-old. And she very kindly left it to me. It was, oh, it's all reflections, isn't it? It was in a fire guard, like a fire guard kind of frame in front of the fireplace, obviously. And I really love it, but I didn't particularly want to keep it there. I wanted it to be on the wall, so I had it reframed into this big mount with the intention of putting it in the living room. And I probably will at some point, but I'm kind of a bit commitment phobic when it comes to actually drilling holes in my brand new freshly plastered walls. I was like, oh, I don't know where to put it, and it will need proper holes drilling in. Obviously this is far too heavy to be a command hook situation. So in the meantime, because I haven't done this room, there were still a load of hooks on the walls from where she had things, so I thought, you know what, it can just go on here for now, rather than sitting propped up against the wall in the living room. It can go on a hook that's already up, even if it's not going to be its final position. And I actually really like it in here, you know, so maybe it will end up staying here. But yeah, it now has a little paper chain around the top that I will add a bit more to. Put one there. Because I can't kind of do the draping swags of paper chains over door frames or ceilings or anything, because the ceilings aren't particularly tall. I could probably get away with it just about on the ceiling in here. And my boyfriend's 6'5", my dad's 6'3". They'd be just banging their heads and ripping them off all the time, so we can't be doing any pretty draping from door frames here, even though the door is quite cute. So not sure where they're going to go, but hello. You can see the stunning situation in here right now. Lovely boxes and bags that need to be sorted. Hopefully at some point in the not too distant future this will be looking all cute, but I'm just kind of doing what I can with it for now. So dodgy bit of the ceiling, missing section of carpet and all. Of course when I lay them out now I realise just how many I had. But yeah, they are all kind of a similar sort of vibe. There's a few that came in bigger sheets that I would consider maybe using upstairs. I really don't know what I'm doing there yet, but these that are a bit kind of stronger in print, I think this one was from Lucy Annabelle, yeah, and are bigger sheets, so it probably would be a bit of a shame to chop into those. So I might save a couple of those, but then these little pieces that are only pretty small anyway, and I know I'm not going to be using, I may as well make use of them in something else, hadn't I? I was not very precise about that at all, just kind of cut vaguely in a straight line, and I've deliberately put them all face down so that I can't see what I'm picking up. Going to shuffle them now like a deck of cards and then just do it in a random order, and hopefully this will turn out looking cute and not like it was made by a 5-year-old. Not sure how well it's showing on camera, it might just look really shadowy in here, but it is so nice and light and bright in here right now, as you can see. And this is why I love this room, because it's got the big south-facing window. And I'm thinking maybe if I fasten that on high enough, it might look quite cute there. That was, I don't know how many sheets of paper, but made a good use of it, and I was very random with the order that I put things in. But I think I might add that one on there, and then maybe we try and make it longer down to the floor. But I could always add more on in situ. It's only a stapler and looping things through, isn't it? So maybe I'll put those up and then chop a few more pieces and add them on. I don't know what I'm doing here. Procrastinating really, aren't I? But cute. Just using these tiny command hooks, which seem to have done the job quite well everywhere else. It's really bright, in case that wasn't clear. helps if you don't put the hook on upside down, just FYI. And how it works. So whilst I was making those paper chains, I was watching a video on the Homeworthy YouTube channel, had that on in the background. I've actually watched her original house tour, but then the Christmas one. So this is a lady called Rebecca. I think she's like My English Cottage or Country Cottage or something like that on Instagram, can't remember. But her house is adorable, cute cottage vibes, of course you know I would like that. And she had like a million different wreaths and garlands and things around the house. She draped ivy over everything. And I was like, oh my god, it actually looks really good, doesn't it? Like, maybe I should do that more. Because I just made a failed attempt at a little wreath and then a pot over there that kind of looks alright but isn't great. Don't really know what I'm doing with it. But then she has inspired me to go and chuck a load of ivy on whatever I can find, basically. Including this, which I've just started, which is actually the curtain track for these, which were from the previous owner. I left them there because I do actually quite like those. She had kind of like curtains and blinds and pelmet things pretty much on every single window, sorry. So one of the first things we did when I moved in was to take out all the ones we didn't need, which was most of them. Let more light in the place, but I do actually like these ones. A lot of them were sort of like lace and not particularly my style, but these I do like. But it did have a pelmet around the top that was covering that, so that's why there's like extra brackets on there, because that's what it was for. So it's just kind of been there looking ugly for the last few months because I wanted to keep the curtains but not the thing around the top. So what better place to go and plonk a load of ivy than a curtain rod that I want to cover up anyway. So I just literally grabbed a couple of pieces then, realised that for this sort of thing I need the floppy bendy ivy, not the twiggy, like more substantial stuff. But I'm going to go out now and quickly just grab a whole load more. Now I know what I'm looking for. Hopefully that might be slightly more successful than the other day's attempt. Let's see if I can make that look like something cute, because why not? Follow me for more fashion and outfit inspiration. Stunning. From a little 5-minute snipping session, this is my loot on a IKEA lid. That's very... oh, with some snails on it. Put you back outside, matey. We shall see what this looks like on a curtain rod.